Okay, in this video I'm going to walk you through how to get started on assignment 1.3, which is the Exxon building site. So I've got the assignment here. There's Exxon building, download and open up SketchUp Web. I'm doing that now. I'm going to save this as a new name so I don't mess up the one that I blank one I'm giving to students. So I'm going to say assignment 1.3 tutorial. Okay, and you should do this assignment 1.3 with your initials at the end. Okay, so now it's been changed to assignment 1.3 tutorial. Let's go back to the assignment. So I've made this site base map layer as a group, and it's also on a layer, or it's a tag they call them. So it's the site base map. I want to turn that off so it just doesn't get in my way. Later we'll make our building a component, we'll move it onto the site and we'll mess with the site. But for now we're just going to work on the building. So here's site base map. There's only one layer made and that's on that, so I'm going to turn that off. So now I'm going to get ready to get started on my building. Now, just like we did in the first assignment, if I'm going to draw a floor plan of this building, it's easier for me to get my angles right and get my dimensions right and make sure I'm on axes if I'm looking at it square down in plan view without any perspective distortion. So I'm going to highlight this, I'm going to go to plan view, and I'm going to go to parallel projection, which is just like we did the first assignment. Okay, so now when I get started on this, you'll notice that this building is symmetrical. So rather than me just laboriously tracing it all the way around, what I'm going to do is go to the middle of it and then I'm going to mirror it over so that I'll just have to draw half of it and then the other side will be the same. So let's see how that all works here. So I'm going to start off in a corner and draw a 30-foot line horizontal, and then I want to draw another 40-foot line down on the 45-degree angle axis. So let's get started here. So I'm going to draw a line, make sure I'm going on the red axis. I'm going to type in 30 feet, and there I am. And now you can see that it doesn't tell me what angle I'm doing here. So I need to just draw, so that line I'm going to be drawing is 40 feet. So I just need to draw a line down 40 feet here. I know it's not at an angle, but I'm going to draw it. This time I'm going to type in the dimension immediately after I draw it. So now I've got that 40-foot line. I just need to rotate it up now at a 45-degree angle. So let's go ahead and do that. Rotate. Click something to select it and select the center point of the rotation. So I guess first I should select this, and then I'm going to do rotation. I'm going to rotate it there. I'm going to start there, and I'm just going to type in 45, and now I've got that at 45. Now if I go to the middle here, half of 60 is 30, so I'm just going to draw another 30-foot line over here. So let's go ahead, get back to my line command, and draw on my angle, 30 feet. Okay, that's all good. Now, if you'll notice back on our drawing here, we've got another 40-foot angle here, so I don't have to draw this one over again. I'm just going to take this line here that's highlighted, and I'm going to copy it using the Move Copy tool. So now it would move it, but if I hit the Control key, the plus sign shows up and it's going to copy it. Okay, so now I've got that one copied over. Let's go back to our little drawing here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use my mirror tool twice. I'm going to just mirror this down. I'm going to draw at 15, and then I'm going to mirror this whole mess down to make that one half of the building here. So let's go ahead and get back to my line tool, and I'm going to draw 15 feet down. Okay, so now what I want to do is mirror this or flip it down. So I'm going to go to my select tool here, highlight all this, and I just want to flip it down on the page. So I want to drag this plane down to the end there. And now you see it flipped it. So I screwed something up. What did I screw up? I screwed up the fact that I didn't hit the control key to toggle flip copy. So let's undo that and try it one more time. So now I'm going to hit the control key. So now the plus sign shows up. And I'm going to draw that mirror plane. And there it is. So I'm going to hit escape to get out of that. So now I've mirrored it over. Now we're going to grab this whole mess again and mirror it over the other direction. So let's go ahead and do that. And then I go to my mirror command again, and I'm going to use the red one, and I'm going to hit the control key again. Now you can go ahead and draw this all out, but this is just faster. And then I'm going to drag that red plane over to the end there, and now it mirrors it back the other way. I'm going to hit escape a couple times to get out of that. So now you see that I've made my shape here, and without having to draw the whole thing. Now let's go ahead and look at this in ISO view. Now you'll notice it didn't, because we did all this, it did not make this a surface. Now I can't extrude this up. And the reason why, let me just go ahead and save this here, all this wonderful work. The reason why it didn't do it is sometimes, like if you make a rectangle, it understands it's a shape. Now it could be the border's not closed and it can't make a shape, but I know I think I was pretty precise when I did this. So sometimes you just have to draw a temporary line to kind of show SketchUp that, hey, you can make this a shape, and then you just go ahead and erase that line. Okay, so now since it wasn't a standard shape, SketchUp didn't automatically make it a surface, but now we've made it a surface. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, when you look at the assignment again, let's go back in here to the select tool. I said this building is going to be a 3-story building, and it's going to be between 30 and 40 feet high. So let's go ahead. On a commercial building, a 12-foot floor to floor is pretty good because you can have a high ceiling if you want, but you still have a couple feet for your structure and any HVAC ducts and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extrude this baby up to 36 feet, and then I'm going to copy that plane down 12 feet, I'm sorry, 2 feet, 10 feet, 2 feet, 10 feet, to kind of show where the floor plane and everything would be, so it looks like a realistic building. So let's go ahead and do that. So now I've switched to the ISO view. I'm going to select this, and well, I don't need to select it. I can just extrude it because it's a shape here. So let's take it up to 36 feet. Now you'll notice since I mirrored this over, there was a break in that line there. That's why I'm seeing that center line. Now I'm going to just leave it in there, but if that bothers you, or if it doesn't go with your design, you can just get rid of it that way. Now, next thing I want to do is, rather than go through and measure down 2 feet and draw my lines all the way around this big building, let's just work smarter and not harder. We're going to take this and we're just going to copy it down 2 feet, and then we'll copy it down to be the top of the 3rd floor, and then we'll copy it down to be the bottom of the 3rd floor, then we'll copy it down for the same thing for the 2nd floor. So let's go ahead and show you how to do that. So I'm going to go to my move and copy tool. I'm going to hit the control key to toggle the plus symbol, and I'm just going to move it down 2 feet. Then I'm going to come here and grab the same thing and move it down 10 feet. So this is like the bottom of the structure for the roof. And now I'm going to copy it down again. So I got to hit the control key again. We're going to bring her down 10 feet. And then we're going to do is bring it down another 2 feet. So hit the control key, bring it down 2 feet. And now I could select both of these, but since I'm copy them down once, but I'm going to just keep rolling here. Now I'm going to come down 10 feet again. So I hit the control key, bring it down 10 feet. So now I'm at the top of my 2nd floor, and now I want to hit the control key again, and this is going to be the bottom of my 2nd floor, or the ceiling of my 1st floor. Okay, so now I know where my floors are, I know where my ceilings are, and I can go in and I can start to detail this building, put materials on it to look like a building. Now, before I do that though, I want to actually make all these horizontal planes layers so I can turn them off. So I might want to draw something in the middle, or I might not. I might want one of my floors to like be cut away a little bit. So let's go ahead and show you how to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this here, and I got to go to my tag layer, and I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm going to call this first one roof, and then I'm going to call my next one floors. So I'm going to call this roof. And I'm going to go up here. I'm going to see what's selected. And right now it's untagged. I'm going to make that layer the roof. And then I'm going to turn off the roof. Okay, then I'm going to make the next one, which is actually part of that roof structure. I could make a layer called ceiling, but I'll just keep that one on roof structure for now. You can always move it around. Change the tag there. Let's make that one roof. Okay, so now that one's gone. Now these next two planes in the middle here, I'm going to call those floors and get rid of those. So that way, if I'm working through here, I can turn them on and off as necessary. So I'm going to call this one third floor and this one second floor. So let's make some more tags here. So I'm going to select this one. I'm going to make it third floor. And I'll turn that third floor tag off. And then this is also going to be my third floor tag. So let's go ahead and make that one there. And now I just got to do the same thing for the second floor. So make that one that, turn it off down here. And we're going to make this one second floor as well. So now you see I've got my perimeter drawn up. The next video I'll show you is how we can do glass, a couple different ways to do windows and doors. But this gives us a start on getting our perimeter drawn the right way and getting our floors in there at about the right location. Okay, thank you.